Hi, I'm Pratap Reddy. I'm the author of this book, Remaindered People and Other Stories. I live in Mississauga with my wife and son. This is my fourth book and second book of short stories. This book looks at the other side of immigration. My first book and my first collection was about new immigrants and the barriers and obstacles they faced here. This book looks at the other side of immigration, what happens in home countries about empty nesters and many such problems that beset home countries as related to immigration. I'll read from my first story, Sweet Memories. Through the small window of the basement room in which she was confined, she could see a patch of blue, a tiny piece of the sky. She felt a deep attachment to that only window in the room. Every now and then, it drew her eyes like a magnet. The window was in the top right-hand corner, like a postage stamp, and the long grey wall may well have been an envelope. Together, they seemed to bear the only news from the outside world: a passing cloud, a bird perched on the sill, a bee on its daily rounds. In the spring, a nearby maple would rear its head to peep into the room. Bunches of new leaves could be seen just above the window's lower frame, like a trickle of letters spelling the name of the country on the stamp. Sometimes it seemed to read India, as if the envelope brought tidings from home. In the summer, when the foliage had grown thicker, the leaves would spell, well, maybe Indonesia. What news could she expect from the archipelago in the Indian Ocean? She knew nobody there. For that matter, how many people did she know in India now? Only a handful. Many she knew were dead, her husband included, and some had drifted away like her daughter, vowing never to reconcile. Whether dead or estranged, they inhabited the pages of a precious photo album, her only link to the past. Now it was late fall. The tree outside had shed all its yellow and brown leaves, and a couple of twigs could be seen. What countries were spelled with 3 or 4 letters? Chad, Laos, Iran, Iraq. She had been good at geography when she was in school. That was years and years ago. And it meant nothing to anybody. She was a girl after all. It was more important that she knew how to make shapely rotis and churn curd to make butter. But it came in handy, her fascination with the atlas, when she had to tutor Heyman when he was in elementary school. But these countries did not evoke any excitement in her. Then she got it. She knew what the twig spelled: USA. The land of the free, the land of plenty, where her second cousin and her large brood lived in such obvious prosperity. Her cousin had sent her photographs of their family holidays in California or Florida, she could never remember which, with sweeps of blue in the background. The sky and the sea, so deep, so bright, as if they used an entirely different color palette down there. In the winter, especially when it was snowing, no alphabet seemed to suggest themselves the name of any country. It kind of summarized her situation. A stateless person. She was an expatriate and was neither a permanent resident nor a citizen of Canada. Her son had lured her into this country, dangling before her the carrot of a better life. She got up with the gawky movements of a string puppet and went into an inner room. She opened cupboards, drawers, suitcases, and after rummaging for a while, with rising desperation, she at last found the object of her quest, her photo album, her most treasured possession, which had Sweet Memories written in gold on the cover. Thank you.